Thank you for taking the time to view this video. This is a vital video regarding chemotherapy. Based on your questionnaire, you mentioned that you've not received chemotherapy in the past. If you have received in the past, please go back, update your protocol questionnaire, and let me give you the right protocols to follow to be able to fight your cancer. The important aspect here is that if you are considering chemotherapy, it's a vital video to view. If you are not considering chemotherapy, then obviously you have done your homework, you've gone through the research, and you know what chemotherapy is, so you don't have to watch this video. You can continue to the next one. If you're at any chance considering chemotherapy, the first thing is you've got to do the research. You've got to know what chemotherapy is. You've got to know what the side effects is. You've got to look at the success rate of chemotherapy, and based on that, make an educated choice. The thing about chemotherapy is that it's got certain mechanisms, blocking mechanisms in it that can intervene from working against cancer. And if we talk about our clients and the success rate, a lot of times you'll hear that we mention about the under the right conditions, and that excludes chemotherapy because of that blocking process. So to give you some background on chemo, first of all, chemotherapy, I've only actually met 2 people in my life that has managed to beat cancer with chemotherapy. So in my perspective, chemotherapy cannot remove cancer. Chemotherapy is only there to place the cancer in remission. It can only place it in remission for a short time period, and that could be a year, could be 6 months, could be 2 or 3 years. So the only way they can determine, pharmaceutically, they can determine the success rate of chemotherapy is to look at the survival rate over a time period of 5 years. Now, if you've got cancer and you're fighting cancer with using chemotherapy only without any other assistance, that survival rate depended on the type of cancer, and also keep in mind there's over 750 types of chemotherapy, but that survival rate over the time period of 5 years is only 2.1%. That's based on American and Australian stats. So why do chemotherapy if there's something alternative out there that might be able to work better? It is a choice you've got to make. Keep in mind, I'm not a doctor, so I can't say don't do chemotherapy. But what I can say to you that the clients that we've assisted under the right conditions has managed to beat their cancer. And those right conditions unfortunately excludes chemotherapy. So how chemo works, chemo tries and places the cells in remission, so it tries and blocks the cell division. In other words, cancer cells can't divide and multiply in the body. It unfortunately also then blocks the red and white blood cells, your immune system drops, and that causes other ailments. So it does affect your body severely. The fact that that chemotherapy can cause secondary cancer as a side effect is also very true. It's out there. We've noticed that people fighting cancer with chemotherapy, they can go into remission, they come out of remission over a time period, and then the cancer thrives. It comes back aggressively. We've had many cases that we try and assist people like that, and the success rate, like I said, is not the same. Now, the good thing, though, is that in the past, people that's come to us that has done chemotherapy, or if you choose that you would like to go ahead with chemotherapy, it's your choice. The advantage we've got then is people ask us, can we intervene together with chemotherapy? And the answer is definitely yes. As a matter of fact, you have to use something like intervene to boost your immune system, to be able to fight those side effects in the first place. So I had a lady that I spoke to the other day. She was doing chemotherapy every 3 months, and every 3 weeks. And she said that the people that she met in the beginning doing the chemo with her, she saw them now recently, and half of them lost sight. Well, there's a few that lost sight. People in wheelchairs, people that can't speak anymore. So horrific conditions that they are going through. The side effects of chemotherapy is you've got to make sure that you know what you're doing when you're going for that. And the people asked her, but why is it that you are so healthy? Why is it that you don't have any of these side effects? And that's the Intervene Herbal. See, the thing about Intervene is that it boosts your immune system to the optimum levels. It helps to detox from toxins caused by chemotherapy. And that helps people to get through that process a lot easier. Now, the success rate, if you are considering chemo, is that we know that under the right conditions, we've had tremendous good success rate. We've had a lot of people that's completely clean of cancer, all cancer eradicated. With chemotherapy, it's not that good. In actual fact, we've had good success rates in the sense of people going in. There was a lady that started Intervene. She was on chemotherapy. She started Intervene. Her cancer count was 2,800. and within the first month it reduced to 500. So it's a very good success rate there. The second month with the help of Intervene, it reduced to 500, and then it stopped there. So people ask me then, but should I not do chemo, and should I tell the doctor I'm not going to do chemo? And you can't tell a doctor I'm not going to do chemo, because then he's not going to help you. He needs to test you, because we don't do any testing, we're not doctors. So he's got to test you. So my suggestion in that case is that tell him that you're not ready. Tell him, give me 3 months. And if you're going to fight cancer without chemotherapy, give it the 3 months. And if you're not 100% clean of cancer, then consider chemotherapy. If you don't get the success rates that you're looking for after 3 months, consider chemotherapy or the conventional treatments. Go have a look at our testimonials page to see what our success rates are there. Thank you.